Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. So what I want to talk about today is a few months overdue. I finally watched the final 3 episodes of the Supergirl Season 2 series, and I'm here in New York City on a job, and you may hear some ambiance outside. If you do, please focus in on only my words, because mine matter. I'm going to talk about Superman on Supergirl, and here's my thinking, and I said this before because I had heard some things about people saying that Supergirl beat him easily and it was no problem, and why do they have to make her look so much better? Why do they have to hurt Superman in order to show that she can be her own hero? Now, the strange thing is that they contradicted what they did in the first season, right? Because they had Superman show up to save her from Reactron when she wasn't able to defeat him, and at the same time gave her this great up on Superman because in the end of the episode she was able to defeat Reactron for good, whereas Jimmy told her Superman and Reactron have fought many times and they haven't been able to finish off Reactron. He hasn't been able to stop him completely. When we see how easily Supergirl does it, we realize that I guess Superman is kind of a dolt in this universe. Alright, well, alright, let's move on from that, because now we're in the end of Season 2, and it only makes sense that when you have a world invasion from another set of aliens, I don't know if they're going to do that at the end of every season or not, but we have ships everywhere, we have an armada, and Superman is nowhere to be seen. The episode before, I found myself saying, I find it hard to believe that Superman would just be hanging out in Metropolis. Well, you know, I gotta go to work and type, so I can't be helping you save the world when there's an alien armada. You deal with it, because after all, the fact that it's over National City means that National City is being attacked right now, but if an alien armada was taking over the world, then that's obviously going to affect Metropolis and the rest of the world, and so Superman would be involved. I also think Superman would show up immediately if a ship appeared on radar anywhere, and he would be checking into it and dealing with it. So then we find out that he's somehow been captured, and that Terry Hatcher has used silver kryptonite on him, which for some reason makes him see General Zod.
Her name is Rhea.
Telling him how he's going to destroy people on Earth every time he sees Kara. Now, the problem with this is there's no reason that he would see that. Silver Kryptonite on Smallville showed us that Clark could be very unpredictable, I guess, and maybe turn evil, I think. I don't even remember what happened with Silver Kryptonite.
It destroyed his invulnerability and made him paranoid.
Evil, or want to fight your friends, or see your enemies, then that would mean that the Queen from Daxam would also appear to be Zod, and there's not any particular reason why he would trust her, or be able to be controlled by her, or be told, and we're not told at any point that it has anything to do with mind control. It's just what the kryptonite does to him. So why would anybody else he comes across be fine, but not Kara? So it's odd that Silver Kryptonite would have the ability to not only make him see General Zod and want to fight his enemy because he thinks that the world is being destroyed, but only see him when it's Kara, and only fight Kara as General Zod and not bother anybody else. So the fight takes place. It's not that bad. They both get their licks in, but in the end, yes, Supergirl triumphs. And in this case, I think she probably had to, because otherwise he would have been, well, everybody would be up in arms if he killed General Zod, but his idea was to defeat General Zod. Kara takes him out. They go to great pains to tell us, no, he wasn't weakened by the kryptonite, even though they could have just left it vague and that would have been better. But they want us to know, no, Superman says, I wasn't weakened by the kryptonite, you defeated me. And because she defeated him, she gets to be Earth's champion and go and fight the Queen of Daxam all by herself. And of course it's an honorable match until it isn't. And then she also overcomes green kryptonite to win the battle in the end. I don't mind any of that, except that they felt the need to belittle Superman. Now, it's been a long-standing fact in the DC universe that for no explainable reason, Supergirl is, in fact, stronger and faster than Superman. We don't know why, no one's ever explained why, and no one can even tell us a reasonable reason why that would be the case. For instance, men in general, stronger, bigger, more suited to strength tasks. But okay, you could say, well, maybe Kryptonians aren't that way, but they certainly don't look the opposite. The men are bigger, seemingly stronger. And then when you go past that and say, well, there are some women who are really strong, yes, then you got to say, well, Superman's been here all this time, and he's been soaking up the yellow sun much longer than she has, and he's trained, and he's fought, and he's been in battles with villains much longer than her. So why wouldn't every logical point of being show us that Superman should be stronger and more capable of winning a battle? Now you might say, well, yes, but Zod in the Man of Steel movie was a trained military man, and he was beaten by Superman. But the same argument would stand there. He was just getting used to his powers, and Superman says it in the movie, I grew up here, I've had all this time, and everything is just rushing at you at once. So Supergirl should be much the same way, and that is that even though she's been here 10 or 12 years, he's been here 20 or 25 or 30 or 35, so he's had much more time to use those powers, become acclimated to extra strength, gain more strength, and soak up more yellow sun rays. So there's not really any reason other than to say she just is. That's what bothers me most about it, I think. And I know the reason they did it. It's her show, and they want to prove to us she can stand on her own. But I think they were doing that already without having to show Superman go down and hammer the point home and home again that she beat him and he wasn't weakened. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember,
always look up in the sky.
hey, why don't those people shut